Hello everyone, this is Vicky Stitch and Button, and today is Thursday because Wednesday wasn't happening. It's October 17th, and I am here for Flosstube number 168. Welcome to my channel from very windy Florida, and it doesn't count the hurricane. What's been happening over the past couple of weeks? A lot. Let's see. We had a hurricane. Did you hear about it? Hurricane Milton. We were very lucky, very thankful, very lucky here. We lost power around 2:30 in the afternoon on that Wednesday. We got it back by 7 a.m. on the Thursday after. And my daughter had come down because she actually lives over by Tampa. So her and her boyfriend stayed here for almost a week. They left on Tuesday. Yeah, they left on Tuesday to go back because they were out of power for a while. So we hung out and did stuff and things, and I gave, if you remember from, I think it was last year, I bought those painted canvas kits, a set of 4 of them. I ended up giving her the dragon one because she also is stitching, but I ended up giving her the dragon one while she was here because she hadn't had one of those before. And that's right up her alley, and she was enjoying the stitch. So they went back on Tuesday. What else has happened? They're still doing construction around here. It is driving us absolutely crazy. Let's see. To date, they've taken out our roads. They have some dirt roads going on, shell rock and dirt, and it's making it really hard to get in and out. And they've taken out our electricity twice, our cable 3 times, and our water main once. Now, the last time they took out our cable, I was done. I'm just done, and then I've been having problems with Xfinity. So I went and changed to T-Mobile internet. It was actually cheaper. I'm paying like $70 less. Because I only do internet. I get streaming services. I watch streaming things. I get Discovery Plus. I don't have Netflix. I got rid of Netflix. But I have HBO Max. I have Discovery Plus. I have Disney Plus with Hulu. And I have, I was getting Peacock free through Xfinity. I only need it during the Olympics, honestly. So I'm not even worried about that. And then I bought BritBox. That was a recent purchase. I paid for the whole year because I like a lot of the British shows. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Hang on, I will tell you. Oh, I also get the CBS, the Paramount Plus. And that hits that checks all the boxes for me as far as stuff that I watch. So there's plenty to look at, and then there's Flosstube, right? So I am all caught up on my Deadliest Catch. I've been watching that for years. What else is happening? We watch the British version of the Antique Roadshow a lot. Frank and I, like, we'll eat dinner and watch it because it's on Roku, or yeah, I think it's on Roku. So we watch that, and I don't have specifics because I didn't hear the whole entire story, but there was a guy on there. I've seen embroidery / cross stitch on there a few times. One of them was going for like $4,500. It was valuated at. It was crazy. But this one guy is doing this Roman type, I forget exactly what it's called, but it was like this Roman imagery, and it's on this really long piece of linen, and it's embroidery. He started it, I think he started like 20 years ago or something. It took about him plus 5 other people to hold it. That's how long it was, and he still wasn't done. And he said he had started it and then put it down for a long time and then picked it up, and it's just been stitching along on it. It was pretty amazing. I think it was only about this high, but it had to have been 10 feet long. But I love when something like that comes up. Some more old news. There was a giveaway for this chart, and Leah Terry Leah_Terry1. I just checked my emails and everything. I haven't heard from that person. So I went and did a redraw again. And Lynn McGill, you won this Little House Needlework September and October chart. I think I have your address. I did look in the Flosstube Stitchy Friends form, and I don't see your information there. I can look on my PayPal to see if I still have it. But otherwise, go ahead to the description box below and fill that out. That would be great. It makes it easier for me. And I'll send that off to you. What else? Back to the hurricane. A lot of wind, no damage. We were inconvenienced by some power outage, but that was fine because I have plenty of batteries and stuff. I got bored actually just sitting around just waiting, and I couldn't sleep because there's no ambient noise besides wind. You know how it goes. Oh, and then the crosswind was only in the living room, so I couldn't sleep in my bedroom, and I don't sleep well in a recliner because I'm old. But it is what it is. It was inconvenience, not catastrophe like it was for others, so I'm very thankful for that. There was a tornado that actually went by, and I think, according to the charts, it was like an F3, and it went by within a mile of my house. It took out a mobile home on the main highway that's by my house, and I guess it was within 3 miles then, because it didn't hit directly. A mile is the road, but it hit up higher. Anyway, and then it took out a whole neighborhood there. There were tons of tornadoes between the whole southern portion of the storm was mostly wind, not a lot of rain. The northern portion was a lot of wind and rain. So Tampa got beat up. A lot of that area got beat up there and flooded. Down here, we didn't get the flooding, but we had a lot of the wind damage and a lot of tornadoes. Thank goodness. The majority of the tornadoes that actually touched down were in big open areas like the cane fields and different cattle fields and stuff like that. Alligator Alley, what they call Alligator Alley, which is down near the Everglades. There were some that did hit houses and stuff, which is really sad. I saw a whole huge full-size dumpster, like the size of a flatbed, sitting on somebody's roof. I saw a pickup truck sitting on its nose, up against a house. It was crazy. And then of course there were some people that lost their houses, and there were a few deaths. Not as much as Helene, which they're still recovering from up there, which is also devastating. So we were lucky. What's next? What's up on the thing? What's up on my list? Because I made a list before I got on here. Oh, I do have a fun fact. It's not a stitching fun fact, but I thought it was appropriate. I looked up some fun facts, and this one stood out to me because internet and most of us are on some kind of social media. And did you know that the real name for a hashtag is an octothorpe? OCTOTHORPE, octothorpe. So it's not hashtag, it's octothorpe. #, if you're old school. I just thought that was interesting. Stitching. I have done stitching. I have some plans. I have some change plans. I have adopted an old habit back, so to speak. Let me talk about that. So I had a while ago started using these project cards from Jen Lee. She does the 24-hour cross stitch, and on Etsy she sells the PDF for these cards, and there's color coded ones you can do too, but I just did the black and whites. And so on the back you can say the dates that you stitched and the number of stitches, and on the front is the design information. I was using notes, and at first I was really happy about it, and then I realized it's just not for me. It's still a great program for those that can stick with it. It's just not the way my brain works, and I work better if I just have a card in my project bag. So I printed out a bunch of these cards, and I'm gonna go back to just doing cards because it's just easier for me in the long run. I finished my bags. Now these weren't my Halloween bags. This was the batch right before the Halloween bags. I had finished those up just the other day. Most of them are mailed out. Today I had a couple to mail out, but I could not get into the shipping thing. It's through PayPal, and every time I went to click there, it said they were having a problem on their end. So I'll have to go back later on tonight, because I was hoping to get those couple packages before the mail ran, but it ran already. So I'll just have to get the couple of labels I need later. It'll come back. It's done it before. I have no idea what causes it. What else? What else? All right, let's get into what I've stitched. I have a finish, but the finish is going to wait until the end this time because there's a plan on that also. So let's start with, I have a start technically, well, another start, because I did my, I mentioned before that I'm doing a round robin with a few friends, and it consists of me and Holly and Sammy and Sarah and Janet Jabber. And we're doing the Tiny Town series. Everybody picked their own that they wanted, and I sent mine off to Holly a couple weeks ago, and then I had received Sammy's, and then I forgot I had it for a little bit because I was, I don't know, life. But then I remembered I had it, and then I decided I was going to start stitching on it. So the other night, I didn't even count the stitches, but the other night I started my portion. Now Sammy did from here to here, and then she marked off on the pattern for each person to do. So I just picked, instead of jumping around and trying to count too much, I just picked right here. And so I did this little portion of a building. And I will put a picture up here because I don't have a picture printed. I'll just add a picture. I took a screenshot of the chart, not the chart itself, but the picture on the chart. So I'll put a picture in if I didn't already when I first started talking about it. Anyway, she is stitching hers on, this is really cool fabric. This is 32 count Lugana Galeen from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's got purples and blues and stuff. And this is the patriotic one. I chose, what did I choose? Anytown. That's the one I chose. So I need to finish my portion so I can send it off to Holly. We're not in a rush for it, so it'll get done and I'll get that off to them. I also pulled out, I had to do 200 stitches for in that little Monopoly game that Sammy's got a trial going on. She figured she'd try, so a few of us are doing the trial run with it, and I had to do 200 stitches. So I pulled out real quick because I didn't have a lot of time to stitch, and I pulled this one out because I didn't need a chart or anything. I just needed to do 2 blocks and call it a day. So there's a lot of park stitches, guys. So I did these 2 blocks. So I think I ended up doing about 202 stitches. It doesn't matter. I got work done on it. I actually enjoyed working on it because it was so easy to just go. It's 3 strands. I think it's a 11 or 14 count Aida. I want to say 11 count because it looks kind of big. And you use 3 strands. And I've shown the picture before, and I should insert a picture somewhere to show you what it's supposed to look like when it's done. I know it's going to be a lot more pixelated than the beautiful picture that's shown, but that's okay. What do you expect? They're cheap. It's very inexpensive for the charts, and on 11 count, you're not going to get as much detail as a picture has. But I'm okay with that. I knew that going in. All right, I've got a knot. Okay, I can get that later. So what I ended up doing with the 200 stitches is just doing all the park threads in that block, and then parking them if I needed to for the next block, and then adding more threads as I need. So I call that one Butterfly and Moth. So that one can go away. I have another new start, and because it's Halloween creepy month, right? So start all the Halloween stuff. So I decided to start, this is from the Hello Halloween book from Teresa Kogut, and I started this particular chart because there's a bunch in there, and this one's called Halloween Sampler. I started in the top left hand corner, and I am stitching mine on 40 count linen from Fox and Rabbit in one of their new colors called Dust Bunny. And I am using all the called for threads. And here's where I'm at. I couldn't even tell you how many stitches I did. I didn't count. I did not bother counting the stitches. I just started it. So what I did was I started with the black and I used my thread. And then I decided to do some orange. And then I filled in the pumpkin. And then I wanted to do some more and I did some black. And finished my thread on the black. So this is 1/2 on 40 count. And it's a color chart. I have not tried to put it in Pattern Keeper or anything like that or markup. I'm just using a chart for now. We'll see if I end up trying to put it in a Pattern Keeper to make it a little bit easier. Don't know yet. But I'm happy with my new little start. And I love it. And again, I put it on a card because it's just easier that way, right? Let me see. Okay, so she uses 3 weeks Dye Works and a Classic Colorworks. And I am using all the, oh, except for the Onyx. They wanted weeks Dye Works Onyx. I'm using 310 instead. Because I didn't feel like buying it. And you need a lot of it. So there. Alright. I worked on Henna Mandala. Henna Mandala is on 32 count Georgia Peach Cobbler from Dixie Sampler Fabrics. And I'm stitching it with Silks For You thread PR067. My bestie and I, it's our BFF Sal. And she is stitching the same one with the same threads, different fabric. And here is where I am with this one. It's looking really good. What did I stitch? I stitched stuff over here. I think I stitched... I filled in some stuff and things. I did this stuff here. And I think I only did like 200 stitches on it. Oh. I stitched that all here. I stitched these and I stitched in here. Because I'm trying to finish, and some of this. Because I want to finish this portion. That'll give me the whole top half done. I think I am at 50% technically, past 50%. Because I did put this in Markup XP. But I'm happy with my progress. And this would probably go with me when I go up to see Gina in just about 3 weeks. We're going to do a new start also. We are doing a new start on some Alfar's embroidery. I picked out 2. I bought the Dragonfly one for me and the Butterfly one that matches. It's sort of a series. And I sent that to her so she can kit it up. And I kitted mine up. And I made us bags. I made us, do I have it here? No, I put it away already. It was really cool fabric with my last batch of bags. There's butterflies and dragonflies on it on a newspaper type background. Really cool. What else did I stitch on? I stitched on my Doctor Who, and it is still in the Nerge because I want to finish it this month, guys. I really want to finish it this month. So we're going to try. I have 1,200 stitches left. This is Doctor Who by Oh My Stitches shop on Etsy. And they have a website, by the way. Unconventional XStitch also has a website. There's a lot of places. If you see them on Etsy, see if they have a website, because then you're not paying fees to Etsy. So they actually have a website also. I'm almost positive. I know Awesome Pattern Studio has their own website. But I call this Doctor Who. I don't even know if it had that name, but that's what I've called it since I started it. And I am stitching this one on 32 count Dapple Belfast from Picture This Plus. I started this May 4th of 2020. Oh. There's a rule, don't pick up your bag upside down when it's unzipped. And I just broke the rule. That's alright. There's only the thread ring in there. This is how far I've gotten, guys. So since the last time I showed this, I pretty much just worked in here and this blew up here. There's a flub in here, which I fixed. I made sure that the rest of it was okay, but so the flub is in here somewhere. But I made sure everything here lines up because there's nothing else that goes there. So I just have to keep on stitching along. So 1,200 stitches, I would like to get that done by the end of the month. Doctor Who. Got my floss ring. I had started out on paper, and then, matter of fact, I can throw that out. I started out on paper, and then I was able to, I realized I could put it in a pattern keeper. Well, I bought pattern keeper since then. That's what it was. I didn't even have pattern keeper. So he will be worked on again. Another one I started to work on for my monthly challenge. Just I fit into one of my Whippagore monthly challenge things, and then this is another one that's in my Whippagore monthly challenge. I actually have the book right here. I could tell you what it. Okay, so the Doctor Who is pattern type PDF, and then my next one is Good Neighbors, and it's longest since worked on. I don't know what was actually longest since worked on. This is the one that I think was, though, and it's called Good Neighbors. It's from Paula Vaughn. It's a Leisure Arts chart. I actually tore the chart apart. It's because it's such a pain in the rear end. I've tried scanning it, copying it, just to get it easier to read and mark off, and nothing's working. So far I have the ripped up, there's a chart on the other side of this. So this is a quarter of the chart, and I actually just needle minder. I use my needle minder to hold it onto the fabric so I could read the chart correctly, because it's a pain in the rear. So I only got 80 something stitches on here. I need to do at least 300, but I worked all in here. I worked all in here. Some of the stitches were in there, but I did that, and then I finished off a thread, and I think I just finished off the thread and then called it a day, or called it a night for it. But I still have a couple hundred stitches to do, 215 about. So I'll chip away at it. This is definitely not a piece where I'm going to be, oh yeah, I stitched 1,000 stitches in one sitting. It's a slow and steady wins the race type stitch. It's not a marathon stitch, for sure. So this will get more stitches this month. Again, I want to be at least 300 in on it, so that is still on the urge because I need to work on it. What else do I have here? I have plans because that was my stitching. I didn't obviously stitch too much. My daughter was here. I was getting bags done. Once I get into hyper-focusing on bags, I don't do a lot of stitching. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, I usually up that late anyway, but not working, and I couldn't stop sewing because I just wanted to get it done. So, my plans for the rest of the month are stitch on those two, and then I have, I don't know if I chose a Stitcher's Choice. Let's see real quick. I think I did. I think I can. I think I picked a Stitcher's Choice. Henna Mandela. That's what so I must have done about 300 stitches on it, because usually when I do a Whippagore, it's for at least 300 stitches. So that's what was my Stitcher's Choice, because I wanted to get more done on it. I worked on Doctor Who. I don't need to work anymore on that, but I'd like to get it finished. I worked on Good Neighbors. I have another 115 to do. And my next two that I need to work on are my Winter Sampler from Janlin, and that'll cover seasonal again. And now that I have it in Markup XP, it'll be a lot easier. And then I have, where did you go? Oh, here you are. Then I have my Space Traveler, my mini Space Traveler from Haid. That's how far I am. To get a technical page, now I've done more than an equivalent of a page in stitches, but to get this page done, that's the page edge. And I do believe I just have to do the few stitches in there, and that is technically a page finish. Yeah, I think it stops right there. So across. So there's not much. It's speckled here and there. So that's my plan, is to at least get that page done. I'm going to do 300 stitches regardless, but that's the area that I'll work in, and then some. So that's another one I need to work on. And that'll finish out my monthly challenges, well, for my Whippagories. Then I have the two that I work on every month. I have Maurice and, let me see. Okay, I have Maurice, and I also have Animal Magnetism. I have to put in at least 100 stitches on both of those. I could knock out both of those in one night if I really sat down and just did it, which is fine. I'll get it done eventually before the end of the month, right? Now, plans. More plans as far as starting things. There's a couple things that I want to, aka start, but they were in my hibernating. So they're not on my whip list. If you saw last year, I put a whole bunch of stuff in hibernating, and I had planned on pulling some out that I thought I'd miss, and that's what I'm doing. So this month, because it's the creepy Halloween, I am pulling out Halloween Sampler. So I'll put some stitches in on that. And this is because I had thought about it, and then I was like, it's okay. But then I was watching a couple of Flosstubers. One was Deb from, she's South Florida, Deb. She's on Sunshine Stitchers with EJ and Sheila. She had hers out. And then I saw yet another stitcher that was stitching it, or bought it. And I was like, yeah, I'll pull that one out. That one apparently is trying to be seen. Another one that I've thought about pulling out, just because I think I could get good progress on it and finish it. Well, no. This is Halloween Town. I'd like to get that one finished. That's not the right one. Hang on. Oh. Did I not pull the right one? Hang on. Hold, please. Alright. So, maybe I have Halloween Tree from Romy's Creations, and I think it's in the bin behind the iPad. I'm thinking about possibly pulling that out and putting it as a start, putting it back on the whip list. Now, as far as new starts, yes, I am really going to do more new starts. And plans are for, one, I want to do Skeleton Crew. I have it kitted up. And this is one of my new bags. I have a couple of these left. But that's the bag I put it in. So I want to start Skeleton Crew for the creepy month. And I also want to do this Haunted Hearse that I bought a while ago from Satsuma Street. I would like to start that because I don't have a small Mill Hill type done. And I've never done a Satsuma Street, so might as well do that. Now I do have Mill Hills, but I don't think I have any Halloween ones anyway. Now non-Halloween starts, I have plans. And one of them is, this is from Bart, Park Hopper Bart, and he's on Gumroad, and he has this Wakanda Forever, which I've had forever. I put it in this bag, which this is my second batch of these bags, and they're all gone. They sold out real quick. This time I saved one for myself. I am going to put this on a 32 count black Valerie. I just have to pull the threads real quick. They're all DMC. It's fine. But I want to do the Wakanda Forever. And what I should do is make myself, I think I have Wakanda fabric. I should make myself a Wakanda bag. We'll see. We'll see. And since I was stealing my own bags, they're like, how do you steal from yourself? Well, they were for sale and now they're not. So it's stealing, right? Because I didn't pay myself for them. I stole one of these. I think I have a couple of these left. These sloth bags. And in those bags, I need to finish kitting. I think I have to pull the fabric. And I have the threads for this one. I need fabric and threads. I put these two in there. Pray for me, I'm bitter. I love this. It's got salt shaker and lemons. And then pray for me, I'm stubborn. Because I am. So I have the threads for this. Don't know what fabric I'm going to put it on. I have a really good blue fabric I could put this on. Which I might just do that. And pull it. But they're both by Lucy Beam. She's got a couple more Pray For Me ones. And I love them. So I want to kit those up and have those for a near future start. And then this bag, I put berries in. This is going to be my berry bag. And I chose Patriotic. First of all, I still have some of these left. But I thought Patriotic reminds me of summer. And berries remind me of summer. So I thought I'd put those in there. Because I don't have any new start Patriotic ones right now. As far as projects go. And in here, I have to finish kitting. I have this, it's a large strawberry, by the way, from Not Forgotten Farms. Sewing Strawberry Pin Keep. Really cute. I also have from her Patriotic. I see it is Patriotic Strawberry Pin Keep. And these are large berries, by the way. I am looking to see what the stitch count is, if she put the stitch count in there. I bought the PDFs off her Etsy, by the way. I know you can get from Brick and Mortar, you can get the paper copy. She asked for a 5x5 piece of cotton fabric. You're going to need, if it's on 32 count, you're going to need 16 by 11. And I'm assuming she gives you some kind of margin with it, because I didn't print out the whole thing. Anyway, like I said, they're larger. Now, I also have a couple of other berries, because one should. I have the strawberry berry from Hands On Design. And then I have the Yikes berry from Erica Michaels. And I have the threads for that. I just need fabric. So I just pick out some fabric I like. And then I have the Scary berry, also from Erica Michaels. And that's got, maybe she's just showing you the back. I don't know if that's got two or if that's front and back. Could be front and back. I haven't opened it up. And then I have the Jingleberry, which I think is really cute. So I put all the berries together, put them in one bag, and then I have one more I need. I think I'm going to start it. I think I want to start. I've been really wanting to. I keep on saying, no, I will wait until I finish my Joan Elliott, but then I keep on looking at it. And in this, the Who bag, which I have a couple more of these left also on the group, I put my Time Traveler. Because Doctor Who, Time Traveler, The Who, all British, get it? Haha. Anyway, this one has a Big Ben clock, by the way. So I want to kit her up. I need to, pulling the threads is not as exciting as figuring out what fabric I want to put it on. So I'm going to have to pull the threads first, I think, and then choose a fabric. I sort of like this purpley one that's there, but we'll see. I think I need to at least pull the blue to see what's going to pop that clock in the back. And make sure that pops when I choose a fabric color. My finish. I have a finish, and it's going to lead to a new start, by the way. I finished Beaker. Here he is. Meep. All done. No dirty eyes. So, that being said, that means I need to start Fozzie. So I let Megan, Stitch and May, know, and she got on it, and she finally dyed the fabric for Fozzie for me, because she loves me, and I like driving her crazy. And she actually sent me a receipt saying that she mailed it. So I can start Fozzie soon, and I don't have a picture of Fozzie right now. I have to go pull him. I forgot to pull that picture out, but I will start Fozzie next. More exciting news is I let Fiddlesticks know, I think her name's Angela. I let her know that I finished it, and I sent her the picture, and I told her, I said, oh, you need Animal and Gonzo. She's like, funny enough, if you go on my website, I have Animal and the Swedish Chef. Yes, please. I immediately ran over there. Well, okay, tapped over there real quick and purchased the emotional support animal. So now I need to figure out what colors I want the fabric, by the way. And then I will give that homework again to Megan. But, so we've got emotional support animal. And then we've got, I don't think she puts the name on these. This one's called Bork. It's the Swedish chef. So I'm going to look up his skin tone, I think, to make. And at first I was like, I thought it was a red bow tie. No, it is a pink bow tie, guys. You know that Mandela effect where you think you remember? No, it is a pink bow tie. So I'm going to keep the bow tie that color and everything. The only thing I need to do is figure out what color I need for the background for his skin. And then do the same. I'm sort of torn with animal. Because do I go by his skin tone, which is an orangey color, or do I go by his hair tone? Because this is just his eyebrows. His eyebrows are black, but I'm thinking the hair tone sounds good. And as far as the colored lettering, I'm not crazy about the different color letters. So I'd like the font, but I think I'm going to go with one color, and I'll decide what that color will be after I decide what the fabric is. But that's down the road, because first comes Fozzie. Fozzie will be next. Now, again, this is on 28 count Monaco. All of them are going to be on 28 count Monaco because they need to be, I don't even know if this is going to be the same size. Honestly, this one. It might be a little bit bigger, which is fine, but I think the Swedish chef is the same size. Yeah. Swedish chef is going to be the same size, but animal's going to be slightly larger, which is fine, because I want to try to get them all in the same frame and sort of frame them together. So a finish and some soon-to-be new starts. I also have not quite, let's see, I've sold out of these too, but I have not quite figured out what I want to do for next year, guys. I know there's some that are definitely going to go into hibernation. And I am toying around with a couple that are either in hibernation or current that I might UFO. And it's coming to the end of the year when you make those decisions, but I change my mind all the time, so that's where I'm at with that. We'll see. We will see. You'll know when I know is all I got for that. I am not doing any giveaways for a few weeks, for a few, because I just need to get my poop in a group. I do have a new, I know I've been saying this before, but I do have a new product in the making. I need to release it to the group first, but I need to make a video for it to show it. So I have not done that. I almost did that the other day, and I got fried. I think having my daughter here, having guests in the house, and then the implosion that happened, as far as my daily schedule type thing. Everything is just off its square, and I am off my square. So I'm trying to get back into, I really don't think I'm going to get back into norm until after I get back. Because I need to rush. I need to go, what time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost time to make dinner. But I want to cut fabric also, so there's that. I wanted to start cutting fabric today. That might have to just wait. I might have to just decompress and just do it tomorrow. I ordered fabric for the, that's another thing. The Put a Bird on It stitch along is still going on. We're still planning on that. That is the baby of EJ and some other people. And it's from Modern Folk Embroidery. I will put that information below so you can join in if you want. And I'll give you the chart information. And I know Sunshine Stitchers Group, I'll have to put that in also. That's where I think they're heading off that stuff. But I'm making a bag for it. And I got the fabric. Oh, hang on. Oh, I put it over here. So I ordered fabric, and then from the response, I had to order more fabric. So I have enough for everybody that has requested one. And then I have I'll have a few extra. But this is the fabric. That's the fabric for the bird. Put a bird on it, bag. So I am offering to do a bag, a small bag, and an art book. I mean, if somebody wants a tray too, they can ask for that. But a bag, small bag, and art book. And if you are interested in this, you either go to my Instagram account or preferably my StitchNButton Facebook group. Join the group, and there is a featured post there where you can put, you know, me please bag, me please art book, whatever it is. And I'm going to start cutting those out. So, but once it's gone, because I've ordered twice and it takes a while to get, and I just need to get this stuff done. At what point do you just say enough, right? So that is what's going to be happening. 2 weeks from today is, I will tell you in just a moment because unprepared. And 2 weeks from today is the 7th. If I have it, no, I lied. 31st. I might be doing my videos on Thursdays for now on instead of Wednesdays, guys, just because it seems Thursdays are working out a little bit better. But nevertheless, Jesse, nevertheless, I will be having another video in 2 weeks. That is either going to be the 30th or the 31st. And after that, I won't have another video until probably the 20th or the 21st. That's after I get back, which will be 3 weeks after that. So I will be back in a fortnight, in 2 weeks, to report back others. Oh, hard stop. I made purchases, and that's another thing I should have mentioned in the beginning of the video. Hopefully I didn't lose you all. I made purchases. 2 important purchases I made were for Unconventional XStitch. They have a website. Besides what they have on Etsy, go to the website. All the money will go to her and whatever fees she has to pay to an artist. But they had a major fire. She lost everything. Her family and her pets are safe, thank goodness. But after that, everything's gone. That means all the stuff that she used for kidding and her business and everything, gone. Clothes, furniture, everything. So they may or may not have a GoFundMe. You'd have to look into that. I did not look into that. But what I did know was that you can go to the Unconventional XStitch website and purchase charts because they're PDFs and that's money that'll go to her. I went and purchased 2. When or if I will start them, who knows. But this is one. Solstice. It's 1/1. Solstice. Well, okay, so that's the one I downloaded for 1/1. I don't know what the difference is in the patterns, but as far as the format of the pattern, but that's Solstice. And then the second one I purchased is Peacock. I love both of those. And you think with the little bit of full coverage I stitch and everything, every once in a while I get on a kick. And I found this PandoraXStitch that had a sale and everything was so cheap I had to buy. So I bought this Raven with Full Moon. And it's not as large as some of the full coverages. So I ended up ordering, I went to Rita Renee, Ritarene, on Facebook. It's a business page. If you go to the albums, she has stuff for sale. And I ordered 3 yards just to have extra of 16 count Ada. It's a dove gray because I think that would, this is full coverage, so you might as well. And I thought 16 count would give me, you know, I could do 2/1 on 16 count. The 25 count, sometimes it slips under the threads when you're stitching. You have to watch which way you go over the thread or under. And the small count Ada sounds like I might do better on that. I do well with it on, I think I'm doing 22 count on Space Traveler, and it seems to work better. So I even ordered, I don't know where I ordered it from. I ordered a yard of, I think it's a yard almost, of 22 count Ada also. So I don't know, maybe I'll have another full coverage started in my future because I need another something, right? it is what it is. Scatterbrained, I think scattered life is scattered brain for me also. So it makes me think of things that I may or may not do later. Who knows? As long as it doesn't get me arrested, we're good. All right. That being said, I have cleanup to do. I have dinner to make. I'm kind of hungry. And then I need to get my fabric and my table ready for cutting because I got stuff. I got stuff and things to do. And I need to do some stitching. Tonight, I think I will stitch. How about that? Tonight, I plan on stitching. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope anyone that was in the path of the hurricane, I hope, if any damage, it was minimal. And I will see you in just a couple of weeks. Don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. Bye.